Hello everyone and welcome back to Wildlife Park 2, and we are back with our dragons. We are currently building up dragon mountains, and not only are we adding in actual dragons and giving them mountains to sort of take over and rule, but we are also adding in villages made up of decorative houses and some of the animal caretakers, and we're going to be adding in chickens and cows and sheep and different things that the dragons may choose to potentially prey on. Not to mention we are going to have two types of dragons. We are going to have the Sapphire Dragons right over here who, oh man, is it taking a nap? That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, Sapphire Dragon. I'm going to admit it. You look kind of amazing and you make me want a dragon. Like to ride around on, to do something with. Oh my gosh. With the storm behind it, you guys, I gotta admit that looks pretty good. All right. But we do have animal caretakers who are kind of watching after the dragons and feeding them the almost sacrificial offerings that they leave at these stone hinges to try to keep all of the dragons from losing it and eating everybody and raiding the villages. But we're going to be building more villages. We're going to be adding in different cattle. And we also need to hurry and add in a couple other dragons. We're going to put down the fire dragons now. We are going to be adding a male and female fire dragon over here. So there's the female, and here's the male. It looks like he is just slightly bigger than the female. And they're going to be over here, and we'll see what they think of their mountain range. So we're going to sit back, and we're going to see which one of the two dragon types ends up ruling over the villages, ends up ruling over the mountains, if they happen to decide to fight with one another, if they happen to decide to have babies faster than the other. So once they get enough food, I think we need to actually smooth out some of this. So let's create a little plateau over here. There we go. And I think that way he'll be able to get some of the food. That food may be a little bit too close too. So we'll sort of move where the meat offering over here goes, right there. And then I don't know if they need a water trough. I don't think they do. No, they do not need a water trough, but they do need minerals. And like we mentioned last time, I kind of imagine these are like chunks of precious metals, especially like copper, or, well, copper's not really a precious metal, but you know what I mean? Like gold and other things that they may enjoy eating. Kind of the way that we said our unicorns, who are doing hopefully pretty well. Last time we ran into some issues when our unicorn fencing decayed all at once. The white unicorn's flower field forest decayed all at once, and I had to put down some emergency handymen to repair the fencing. It looks like I need to move my emergency handyman over too. So let's see, move working area. Oh, you can move the working area even though you don't have to move like the actual building? I didn't know that. All right, I learned something else new. Wonderful. And then let's see, do I have a handyman back here? I could have sworn I put a handyman back here, because I kind of need my handyman to do more work everywhere. So we're gonna move his working area over here. Can I move working area like, hey, come here, over here? Is that possible? Where can I move it? Okay, I can only push it so far. So I'm going to have to just pick up the whole building. Can I pick up the whole building? I'm going to sell it. I'm going to get a new handyman. The other one needs to be a little bit more here, flexible, you guys. Now get out here and fix all of this. I beg of you. All of my bunnies are going to be escaping left and right. So we're still tending to that, but we have turned our attention over to the villages. So we do have a lot of decorating we need to do. I do want to start adding in some of the sheep and some of the things like that though. So we've got tons and tons of sheep. They've had lots and lots of babies. So we're actually going to start plucking up our sheep and putting them down over here, which means I need to make sure I feed them. So we need to get some water and some the food for them out. So let me go ahead and put down some troughs. Give me just a second. So we're going to put like these down, and we're just going to have sort of areas where the domestic animals of the village can relax, and they can think that this is like any other place. We're going to have chickens, you know, it's going to try to look like a tiny little medieval village, which I think would be kind of fun. And we'll put down animal pellets maybe. I kind of want to go with more naturalistic-y looks. So let's go with, yeah, this thing right here, for instance. The animals will eat. Oh, and Rose just had another baby. I didn't even know we were expecting another unicorn foal. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, hello, vulture. I wish the vultures would have babies. Have they even thought about it? They don't even have babies. What is this nonsense? They don't even lay eggs? Aw, man, I was really hoping they would. All right, so we have another unicorn foal over here. Very cool. I highly approve of that. We have unhappy kelp. Not to be... I guess mermaids don't do well in Germany is what we're learning. And then I miss my fellows. I do not like these weird hills. I would like to mate now, says sheep number 8. And now a lot of the animals we put over here probably aren't going to be the happiest. I'm going to admit it. They're probably not going to be the happiest if we were over with... Oh, I hear all the dogs. If we were over in dragon territory. But I want them to move over there because these ones are like pampered pets in the exhibit. And these ones are village animals. So that's what you expect for some village animals. But we have a lot of sheep. So there we go. We'll just move the sheep over here. I do not like these weird hills. Well, sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That's just kind of what like the fate has rolled for you. So let's see, any other sheep? There's a sheep over here. Bah! And we'll go ahead and we'll start a small village up here too is one of my goals. Let's see, where's sheep number 10? And hopefully these guys will keep having babies up here. I need to add in some food and we'll smooth out the area. All right, so yeah, it's not gonna have the happiest animals, unfortunately. But that's not quite the point over here. No, I didn't want to raise the train like that. I wanted to create a plateau. There we go. All right. Well, that did something. All right. I do not like these weird hills. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, actually, they're okay if I just kind of smooth the area out a wee bit. Okay. Well, oh, and Mist has another offspring. A third baby. They're really reliably having unicorn after unicorn. So unicorn number 4, another boy. We have had nothing. Oh, 5. Unicorn number 5. She has had so many boys. We have had no baby girls. We've only had baby boy unicorns, which is not something I expected. All right, so let's go ahead and get our sheep pampered. We're going to get some chickens in here. We're going to add in some of the little fake houses so that it looks a little bit more like the houses that you like down here, these houses. And we're going to put in some of the feed for the sheep. And we're going to put in some of the water spots, maybe over here next to the well, so that everybody can have water to drink, all of the different animals. And then the little houses are actually these straw huts that are meant as decoration, probably for the savanna areas, but they look just enough like little thatched houses that I thought they'd be fun to add in. So we're gonna make another little village up here, and we'll see if the dragons decide to come up or not, and if they don't, we might remove their offerings. The villagers will become lax. I miss my fellows. I know, guys, I know. Let me put down another couple sheep. I'm going to add in another ram and a few females, so a couple females, and they should be happy to be in a little group over here. And then I want to see what it would take to get some chickens in here. So if I was going to add in a hen, they just need grain feed and some water. So I can totally handle that. And they want a size of herd 7 to 80. Wow. Okay, let's just go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll add in like 2 or 3 roosters. And then, oh, look at them all go. I love the way chickens move. Chickens are so fun. And then they want grain feed. So we'll just throw that down. There we go. And there'll just be like some spots where the chickens can come and get some food. There, that's really fun. I like that a lot. So then the other thing we're going to work on is getting maybe some fir trees or something like that that would be happy back here. Apple tree. That would be kind of cool to have like a little cultivated spot. Man, we could actually... I'm beginning to get so excited, you guys, about what we're going to be doing. Can I put this guy down here somewhere? I am getting so excited about what we are going to be doing with Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's the wrong one, trust me. What we're going to be doing with the Planet Coaster game when it comes out. Is this too soft? Darn. With Planet Coaster when it comes out, because we're going to have a really great time with all of the details. We're really kind of diving into all of the details. Is it too hard? Now it's too hard. Okay. Just we're having such a good time with all of the details that we're kind of adding in. What about this kind of ground? Is that what you want? Is that gonna make it? Yay, I made it happy. Kind of. Yes. All right. So we'll kind of cover this area in that then, because I want to put down lots of these trees back here. And then we'll check in on the dragons and see how their breeding is going in just a second. Hopefully it's going well. And cinnamon ferns. Can I tuck you around here somewhere? But yeah, we're having so much fun just with this handful of details we have to work with for decorating and for trying to make the zoo look really great and for trying to make like this little medieval area all of a sudden. And I have never seen such amazing customizable details as what I've seen in the Planet Coaster game. And I know I keep mentioning it every time, but there's just something about this particular series that makes me think about it. So I'm going to be really happy when we're able to try it out. All right. But right now we're focusing on Fields of Fantasy. This looks cool. All right. This looks really cool. Let's get some more trees down. And then we need to check on what our dragons are doing. Frisian 2 is pregnant. Yay. American blue spurs. Beautiful. See, this just looks so lovely. And then we can start making like these beautiful covered mountains. You see how the plants, that's what I'm always trying to explain to people, because everyone's like, Seri, you're so plant obsessed. But it suddenly transformed this whole area. Just throwing a few trees down like this and making a thick forest. Then boom, all of a sudden you actually have the mountain range that we're talking about, where the dragons roam and they wander. And they often don't leave Stonehenge, where they have their little sacrificial meat piles that people leave for them. But soon we're taking those away, and we'll have to see what the dragons do after that. All right, and then maybe some cinnamon ferns kind of scattered around. Cinnamon ferns, thank you so much for being so forgiving most of the time. Just as I say that, then all these ones are like, nope, not happy. Well, we'll take care of those guys in a minute. All right, and the boxwood, the American boxwood also tends to be extremely forgiving with where it'll go. But again, I say that, and then it's going to change its mind. Let's see, maybe some cinnamon ferns down here. That is one of the drawbacks. You would think actually having to pay attention to what the plants need in terms of hardness and water and all of that would be interesting, but it actually just is really a bit of a pain. All right, there we go. And I love plants. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm terribly cold. Dragons don't like the cold. Noted. And they also don't like the heat. Yeah, they're not thinking about having babies, that's for sure. And then my ferns are probably going to die if I don't give them softer ground. Where's some peat? There you go. Have some peat. There you go, guys. So we'll give the ferns that. My goats are running around. What am I... Okay. Oh, the Sapphire Dragons seem to really like the cold and they want to have a baby. So the male is thinking about it and the female is thinking about it. So they're probably going to have some babies pretty soon. So let me see about putting some stone loam. Let's put some stone. I think we already have stone up here. So is that what I needed for the trees we were putting down? Oh, the dragon's pregnant. What? Oh my gosh, I turned away for just a second and then birth in 24 days. There's gonna be a baby dragon. Baby dragon, you guys. All right, it looks like Sapphire Dragons are currently winning because it happens to be their season. So Sapphire Dragons apparently really enjoy the cold. So the Sapphire Dragon is, oh, softer ground than that. Interesting. So the Sapphire Dragon is quite happy. Loam, is that what you need? Is that what you're telling me? Or do you need softer ground than that? Like this? Okay, so we'll put down some dirt and we'll add in some trees. So I wasn't expecting that actually. So the Sapphire Dragons in the winter do very well. And then I guess in the summer, that's when the Fire Dragons, that makes sense, would be doing really well and they would potentially think about having some babies. So far, nobody seems that inclined to perform any raids on the two little villages that we have so far. Instead, they look spoiled. They're just kind of, what? You guys, our dragons died. They're dead. Death of dragons. I don't even, what do I do? They have little halos? What? It's a death of dragon? I don't even, I'm sorry. I can't even look at them properly. They died. They're just chunks of dead dragon now. And meanwhile, Sapphire Dragon 3 just laid an egg. Okay, I think it's clear who the victors are in our quest to figure out which dragons do better in Germany, you guys. The answer, hands down, is the Sapphire Dragon, who has just welcomed in this egg. I thought she was like licking the egg, but actually she was just like checking out the mineral. So they didn't like the summer, but they didn't die because of it. So wow. Okay. Well, now we know, you guys. And this little guy is going to hatch in 204 days. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and come over here. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, my dragons. And we're going to add in a new dragon family. So we're going to just put a couple Sapphire Dragons. Why are you invisible? We're going to put the invisible Sapphire Dragon and her mate over here. I can't have an invisible dragon. I swear this is so wonky sometimes. All right, well, we're going to say that she's an extra healthy Sapphire Dragon, and we're going to have to see if the people assigned to take care of them will be able to feed them well enough, because if they don't, then these dragons are going to have quite the appetite, and they might go down and they might start to eat on the animals that live in the villages. But I'm still kind of in shock because the dragons died. I was not expecting that. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, the good news is we have managed to tackle so many things. At least we have managed to get the mermaid. We've learned that the mermaids just don't do well with other mermaids, period. They want nothing to do with other mermaids. They don't want to have another mermaid in their exhibit. They want absolutely zero to do with them. So they don't have mermaid babies, even if it said they had mermaid babies. But the other good news is that there is a game that we could play if we ever decided we wanted to be a mermaid, or if we wanted to have mermaid babies, and that would be Sims 3. It happens to have that aspect of supernatural awesomeness waiting for us. And it also has dragons, though you can't breed those dragons. So I'll have to think up of a different dragon breeding game if we ever wanted to try that out. So far, though, I'm actually pretty impressed that we've managed to keep the Sapphire Dragons alive. And this all wants softer ground. Okay, how about peat? Peat for everyone? Happy? Everybody happy? Okay, everybody's happy. Now I can make this into like a little forest area with some Scots pines and boxwoods. And maybe we can even put in like a couple, yeah, we'll do a few of these little flowers down here. And then we'll even put in some happy ferns up along the edges. There we go. Kind of reminds me of a Bob Ross thing. Just put in some happy ferns next to your dead dragons. I'm pretty sure he never talked about that, but hey, that's okay. All right. And we're going to just kind of sprinkle these things in. See, this is kind of pretty. I like it. All right. Maybe sprinkle a few of these in just for good measure. Oh, and I forgot those guys are going to fuss at me. All right, but these dragons are doing okay. So we'll have to leave them alone and we'll have to see what they do. There's an invisible female dragon. So I wonder if leaving that invisible female dragon here will actually affect how many dragons are born over in this spot. And so these dragons might win out. Man, they're so cool. I really like these Sapphire Dragons. So fire dragons are dead. The fire dragons are dead. Sorry about that. And we've got sheep wandering around over here. We have a lot of chickens wandering around over here. The chickens are a lot more laid back. The sheep are fussy about the ground, but the chickens aren't so fussy about the ground. So I think we're going to go ahead and put some chickens down in here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 3 males. We'll let them all work things out. So we've got another village over here. I really love the village idea too. It just turned out really, really cool. So I'm happy about that. And we're going to keep an eye on this egg. So we're closing in on Halloween, you guys. So our next task is going to see this egg hatch. So we're going to see the egg hatch. We're going to try to get some paths down. I totally just brushed off the rest of the zoo, even though I really shouldn't have. We did such amazing work on all of this. And we'll see if the pigs have any babies. Oh, and Mist is pregnant again. Maybe she'll finally have a little girl. She's just had repeated little boys again and again and again. And we'll see how our foxes are doing. I would like to mate now. Oh, how I would like to return to the mountains. So I think the female is somewhere in here. So if the female and male can find one another, then we might have fox cubs pretty soon too. So it's been busy. We've learned a lot. There's Ariel complaining about being on sand, even though she's a mermaid. We've learned a lot, and I really want to see a dragon hatch now. So we'll keep an eye on this. Did you guys eat your egg? Oh, there it is. They're actually kind of like watching after the egg, and the egg is doing well. So we'll have to see if it hatches in. Oh, it's a little boy. You can already see it's a little boy. Okay. So we will watch their egg hatch, and our chicken is pregnant. Yay! And we might see some chicken eggs. Oh, we need to put down some chicken houses. Oh, that would be so cool. And we'll continue to work on our mountainside because I really actually enjoy how this is turning out. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.